What's up, guys? Welcome back to Viewer Castles. Today we're going to start off with Kronos. Castle levels of 26, validated on a night. So let's take a look.
You're going to be far poorer 3 minutes from now.
Alright, couple springboard traps. Lots of ballistas. Then I'm going to see what goes up here first. It looks like there's a small fire mine trap up this way. I'm guessing this has to be the main way to the castle, or else I think a lot of people would skip this, even if it was just one mine, and go for 2 stars. Since it's so many defense points. That's probably what I would do. Alright, I lived through it. Mainly because I had a lot of momentum and I landed like right here, so I only got hit by 8 of these fire mines. Alright, so this is where all the mines are. It's okay to have a handful of defense points dedicated to like every one of your mines. It's not the worst thing in the world. Considering this is only maybe 20 to 30 defense points probably. That's not too bad. Especially if it consistently forces someone to use a potion. Like, I'm going to have to use a potion here. Now this is going to be pretty difficult to get over. There are 4, I believe, it looks like, springboard traps. I could possibly... These are actually throwing you back into this room. If it was throwing me into the entrance, I might be able to use them to build some stun immunity up, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Alright, well this could work. I need one more, and then I need to go on it as quickly as possible. There we go. So, I mean, I use a potion because of the ballista traps, but I ended up not dying to this, so that's good. I was taking too much damage from the ballistas there, so I kind of had to just go over it. And mouse wheel traps, I'm not a big fan of mouse wheel traps. Like, they don't do all that much damage, and after you get hit by them a couple of times, you don't even get knocked over anymore. So I'm not really a fan of this many defense points being dedicated to mouse wheel traps. I took maybe, 300 damage actually, and then I kind of stood there for a second just to talk about them. But I don't think they're really worth the damage that you can deal. Alright, another one of these fire mine traps. So far I've seen 3 of these, which... For me, it seems like that's a good thing to do against people, because I tend to die to them, like, maybe 40% of the time or something. And so when you have this many of them, it makes it a lot more difficult to actually get through the castle. I've been having some good luck against these ones. Let's see if this one has... Okay, so this one is another one where I can build up some stun immunity on it. So I just need 2, and then you get on it, and then you have stun immunity. You can just kind of hide in the corner. So you really just need to have it have it push you back twice, and then you'll have enough stun immunity to be able to get up and use an escape ability to get off of the fire mines in time. And then the boss chicken in the end. So I'd say the only thing is to really take a look at your springboard trap setups and make sure that you really want to have those front panels shooting you back, because that's the easiest way to get across some of these fire mine traps. Just use that front one to build yourself up some stun immunity, and then you just don't die. You will use up some potions, but for castles like this, who are just built around fire mine traps, it's really about that burst damage to kill you off, and not really about sustained damage. So if I can take a couple hits from ballistas, you use 1 potion per fire mine trap, which was, 3 potions, I can still live through it, and I know that I'm not going to die to the fire mine, so it works out as an attacker point of view. We'll jump into number 2 in just a second. Alright, for number 2 we have Stalker, Castle levels of 20, validated on an archer. Alright, so we have the Firesley theme going on here. Probably another fire mines trap, but at least there's some... This is actually a little bit scary. I can see what's going to happen when I get across here. Is the Scorpio is going to shoot me backwards, and then you're going to have these 3 Zeeks. Probably only one of them will shoot at a time, though, because of the hard cap and all of that. I actually have to hope that this is set up kind of in a way that I can build up some stun immunity so that I can get up off of the Scorpio push and still dodge out of the way of the Zeeks. Like, that's probably going to be the easiest way to get across this. So what I'm going to try to do is hit this on the, like, I'm going to try to cut the angle so I don't have any momentum going forward across the trap. See if I can, if this is throwing me forward, catch the final trap over here. And then those two might be able to get me enough to be able to use my spiral shot. So that's the idea here. I'm going to try it. So yeah, I did get hit with two, and I did get out of the way. So that was basically my way of looking at that situation and dealing with it. I'll try to go over it a little bit more in depth just so people can understand it from an attacker point of view. So there was actually 5 traps here, I believe. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So because there was 5 traps, you know, it's pretty easy for me to hit the very edge of this one, and then also hit, you know, 1 or 2 of these. Obviously, I just hit all of them. But if you hit 2 of these, you should be able to stand up and either use spiral shot or roll, whichever one you have left available to you, and get out of the way of these fire mines before they go off. If you're a mage or a knight, you probably have to walk through the jelly wall, which makes it a lot more difficult. You have to walk through the jelly wall to the end, and then just barely hit the bottom side of this, and then, you know, get thrown. This one has, I believe, less. So there's actually a spot right here where there's no springboard. I'm going to see if I can make use of that. Alright, so there we go. Let's kill off the Zeke first, and the rest of this is pretty easy. But yeah, you just kind of have to look at these fire mine setups and see what way you can, you know, abuse the way that the defender created them, right? So there was one little spot at the edge there, so I kind of used that to kite across a couple of them, and then I knew I could roll across the other two and get away with it. And then the last one, I saw that there was five springboards, so I was able to use that to get across it a little bit easier as well. And for the defender, I mean, you just have to try to set it up the best you can. So you noticed how I just abused the kind of mechanics on the ones that you set up there. You could do something to change that. I mean, you can, you know, move those ones right up next to the jelly wall, or you can remove one of those 5 springboards so that, you know, it's a lot harder for the person to tick 2 of the springboards instead of just one of them. If you can only get thrown by one, you're never going to be able to get up in time to be able to get out of the way of the fire mine damage. So either way, another fire mine trap castle. We'll jump into number 3 in just a second. Alright, next up and last we have E Blackadder 2, validated on a mage level 19 castle.
School's in session.
So you guys are kind of seeing a theme here with fire mines, although this is not fire mines, this is a jelly wall into Zeke shooting with the archers, Zeke shots, you know. Basically he wants to throw me into the jelly wall so that I can't escape, and then shoot me with Zeeks. What I'm going to try to do is just hit these normally. Well, I'm not going to be able to now, but I'll build up some stun immunity, which it can always help. And then I'll just kind of spiral shot out of it and then roll. This is only something that an archer can do relatively easily. And I think the easiest way for me to actually do this would be to get into the end of the boss room. Since I aggroed everything in the castle already, I might as well go to a place where there's no trap setup, there's no trap pressure at all, and then just fight back here. And I'm high level, so volley pretty much kills everything. I'm going to take another look at that setup he had, just really quickly to take a look to see what he was going for. So over here you could possibly dodge. He's got 2 of them that throw you this way, back into the ballistas, which is okay. And then a couple that throw you this way. So yeah, I mean, I can see this being a problem for people who for mages and knights who try to use electric charge or just charge, I believe are the two ability names. And then they get stuck on these last ones, get thrown into the jelly wall, and then the Zeeks just shoot at them. If you notice and if you take a look and see that there are no fire mines, you can realize that you can sit here for a second while the Zeeks are charging up and still be safe. So you don't necessarily need to use your charge abilities to get across the springboard traps. You can just walk across them, like I did there, take a little bit of the extra damage, but save one of your abilities up for the mage and the knight, and then you have that to get out of the jelly wall and dodge out of the way of the Zeke shots. But that's number 3, so we're gonna end the video. As always, if you guys enjoyed, please subscribe. If you want to be a part of Eurocastle, you can email me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com. I'm taking level 16 and above castles. Probably take me like a week or two to get to your castle just because I'm a little backed up, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.